Why does it feel like no matter how hard you work, you're always stuck at zero? You save, you invest, you hustle, but your money just never really moves. Your money doesn't actually start working for you until you cross one magic number, $100,000. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's legendary partner, once said, "The first $100,000 is a pain in the ass, but you've got to do it." And he was right, because everything that comes after your first 100,000 is easier, faster, and bigger. Your wealth starts compounding like a snowball rolling downhill, picking up speed, picking up size, and before you know it, that tiny ball of savings is an avalanche of money. But here's the catch. Most people never make it. They quit halfway, they fall into traps, or they underestimate just how powerful that first milestone really is. Oh, and by the way, hi, I'm David, and I'm telling you, if you stick with me until the end of this video, you'll see why hitting your first 100,000 can literally change the rest of your financial life. Here's what we're going to cover step by step. Why the first $100,000 feels impossible. The hidden math that makes wealth explode after you cross it. The everyday money traps that keep you broke. And finally, the exact strategies you can use to hit your first $100,000 faster than you think. By the end, you won't just understand why Charlie Munger was right, you'll know exactly how to make that snowball roll for you. So let's get real for a second. The first $100,000, it feels like climbing a mountain with bricks in your backpack. You're grinding, you're hustling, but your money barely moves. Why? Because in the beginning, it's all you. Your savings, your sacrifices, your hours at work, your side hustle. And honestly, it feels unfair. Hey, here's what I mean. Say you scrape together $100 and invest it. You take the risk, the market grows 10%, and at the end of the year, you made a whole $10. That's what, one overpriced sandwich? Nothing life-changing. But let's flip the script. Imagine you already had $100,000 invested, same 10% return. Suddenly, you made $10,000 in the same amount of time with the same risk. That's when you realize it's not that the rich are smarter than you. It's that they have more capital. Capital scales like crazy. The more you have, the more you earn, without extra sweat. This is why Charlie Munger said, just get the first $100,000 however you can, because after that, the game finally tilts in your favor. Now, here's the part most people overlook. Compounding is not a straight line, it's a snowball. You're saving $10,000 a year and you invest it at a modest 7% return. That first $100,000, it'll take you almost 8 years to get there. And you'll feel like quitting 100 times along the way. But once you hit that milestone, things get wild, going from $100,000 to $200,000. Only 5 years, from $200,000 to $300,000, less than 4 years. By the time you're at $500,000, each extra $100,000 comes in just 2 to 3 years. Do you see the shift? The hard part is front-loaded. The grind is at the start. After that, your money begins sprinting while you just keep jogging. That's why so many people stay stuck. They give up before the snowball builds enough weight to roll on its own. They think wealth is slow forever. The slowest point is only the beginning. And here's the kicker. Once you hit $1 million, the next $100,000 takes just over a year. That's how insane compounding becomes when you've got serious capital behind you. So if you've ever felt like you're saving and it doesn't matter, remember this. You're in the hardest stage right now. The grind isn't forever. The first $100,000 is the wall you've got to break through. And once you do, everything changes. All right. So now, you know, the first $100,000 is the hardest. But let's be honest, most people never even get close. Why? because they fall into money traps that drain every dollar before it ever gets a chance to grow. And the scary part is most of these traps don't look dangerous. They feel normal. Let's go through a few that are probably stealing from you right now. Trap 1, instant gratification spending. We live in the age of I want it now, 2-day shipping, subscription, everything, buy now, pay later. And here's what happens. Your brain is tricked into trading long-term freedom for short-term comfort. That $300 on new sneakers feels harmless, but stack that every month and that's $3,600 a year invested at 7%. That's $50,000 in 10 years. So when people say small purchases don't matter, that's a lie. They matter a lot until you've hit that first $100,000, because in the beginning, every single dollar is fuel for your snowball. Trap 2, lifestyle creep. This one is brutal. You get a raise, you start eating out more, you land a better job, suddenly your car payment doubles. Before you know it, your expenses grow as fast as your income, and you never actually get ahead. If your lifestyle grows faster than your savings, you're just running in place with nicer shoes. Trap 3, the I deserve it mentality. This one is sneaky. After a long week, you tell yourself, I deserve this night out, or I worked hard, I'm buying the new iPhone. Listen, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your money, but if you're under $100,000 net worth, every time you say, I deserve it, what you're really saying is, I deserve to delay my freedom. The first $100,000 doesn't care about your feelings. It cares about discipline. Trap 4, ignoring the value of small dollars. Your dad might have said this too. $1 million is just a million single $1 bills. Sounds corny, but it's true. Every dollar matters until you've stacked enough to make money without you. Here's the problem. Most people act like small amounts don't matter. $5 coffee every morning, $15 takeout for lunch, $60 subscription bundle. They forgot to cancel. That's thousands a year leaking away. And until you cross $100,000, those small leaks will keep your boat from ever floating. Trap 5, rage, spending, and blame. This one hurts. Some people get so fed up with life. Rent's high, groceries are expensive, they feel like they'll never get ahead, so they say, screw it, and spend everything. And I get it. Life is expensive. But here's the hard truth. Rage spending doesn't fix the system. It just keeps you trapped in it. Now, I'm not saying never spend money or never enjoy life. You should, but the key is balance. Before $100,000, every decision carries more weight. Every dollar saved is fuel that pushes you closer to breaking through the hardest wall of wealth building. And once you get past that, you'll have way more freedom to loosen up. So the real question isn't, can I afford this right now? It's, is this worth delaying my $100,000 snowball? Now let's talk about the fun parts, how you can actually get there faster. Most people think building $100,000 takes decades. That's just not true. If you use the right strategies, you can cut the timeline in half or even more. Here's your playbook. Step 1, increase your offense, make more money. The quickest way to accelerate wealth is to raise your income. Think of it like a video game. You can't win on defense alone. You need offense. How do you do that? Pick up a side hustle, freelance, tutoring, delivery apps, flipping items online. Develop a high income skill, coding, copywriting, digital marketing, sales. Skills like these can double or triple your salary in a few years. Don't settle at a job forever. Apply aggressively, switch companies if you have to, and negotiate your pay. Every extra dollar of income is a weapon to push you toward $100,000 faster. So step 2, play elite defense. Spend smarter. If offense is about making money, defense is about keeping it. And honestly, most people lose here. Budget doesn't mean restriction. It means clarity. Know exactly where your money goes, cut the fat. Subscriptions, eating out 5 times a week. Car upgrades you don't need yet. Ask yourself this every time you spend. Does this get me closer or further from $100,000? The people who quietly build wealth aren't necessarily earning the most. They're just disciplined with what they have. Step 3, maximize efficiency. Make your dollars work harder. If you're going to grind to $100,000, make sure every dollar is pulling its weight. Tax advantaged accounts, Roth IRA, 401k, traditional IRA. These accounts legally shield your money from taxes, meaning more of it compounds for you. Employer match. If your job matches 401k contributions, that's literally free money. Never leave it on the table. High yield savings accounts. Stop letting banks pay you 0.01%. Put your emergency fund in accounts that pay 4 to 5% interest. Remember, if the government and banks are taking big bites out of your money, you're running uphill with weights strapped to your ankles. Remove that drag. Step 4, stay patient but ruthless. The first $100,000 takes discipline, sacrifice, and patience. It's not glamorous. It's not sexy. But once you hit it, the whole game changes. Charlie Munger was right. Your first $100,000 will feel like hell. But every dollar after that, that's freedom building momentum. So here's your mission. Make more. Spend less. Invest smart. Stay consistent. If you stick with that, your snowball will break free. And before you know it, you'll look back and wonder why you ever thought $100,000 was impossible. So now you know the truth. Your first $100,000 is the hardest, but it's also the most important. Once you push past it, your money snowballs and wealth starts building faster than you can imagine. If this video gave you value, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're serious about building wealth, and check out my next video. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.